Hey everybody doing? My name is Kevin McCormick, and this is going to be my video on the martial arts history in film. Initially, we relied on the genre to be exported to the US and then dubbed over with English actors. Yeah, that didn't always work out like you wanted to. At the time, it was fine, but now you look at it and a lot of stuff is just cheesy about it. Some of the swishing noises with swinging arms, it was just, if you're a fan like I am, you can look over that. But some people, that's exactly why they don't like the older martial arts films. Nothing wrong with them. They were awesome to me, but everybody has their own preference. Anyway, some of the things that was a problem were lost in translation because it was dubbed over with English voice actors. Some of the things that were said didn't exactly make sense in English, so they kind of had to change it, which means some stuff would be lost. For example, if something was written down and it was not translated and with any kind of caption on the bottom, you just had no clue what it said, or you would just have to wait for the actor to read it out loud or explain what it was. And if it didn't happen, you just lost completely whatever that was. Another aspect is that films cast were made entirely from whichever race happened to make them. For example, I have a clip that I'm going to show from the movie Master of the Flying Guillotine. It was released in 1977 and is a Taiwanese film. In this scene, they're going to have it's a martial arts tournament, and there is a fighter from India, which you will see he is actually not from India, but in fact someone of Taiwanese descent, using makeup and dressing like someone from India. There can be a couple other things in the clip I'm going to talk about after the clip, but for now, just check it out. Another aspect I like to talk about that most people don't even realize would be kind of the transition and split of the genre. It just kind of overall changed at some point, which I'm guessing is when it started to become more and more popular with Western culture and audiences. They started losing the mystical aspect of the movies. As you saw in Master Flying Guillotine, you kind of saw his arms stretched out because that was something that you learned to do with rigorous training. It was expected of a martial artist to have some form of extraordinary ability once they trained hard enough. Now, I believe Western artists are more attracted with the actual choreography of the fighting and the idea of martial arts versus the extra aspect. I mean, if you think about Westerns, you get in there and it's just a huge brawl versus a coordinated fighting. Not saying that they weren't coordinated, but it takes more coordination for a martial arts movie than it does just to throw some punches and fall over. So that change brought about the more common quote-unquote martial arts film type nowadays. A lot of actors that do these types of films, Donnie Yen and Ip Man. Jet Li, Jackie Chan, in practically anything the U.S. releases, with the exception of a couple. Bruce Lee, all of Bruce Lee's movies, has the more action aspect versus losing that mystical part of them that comes with martial arts history. Jason Statham, Wesley Snipes, Tony Jaa, etc. Just all of these different actors. Nothing wrong with that film type. People love those movies. They love those actors. But just as far as the change. Now, on the flip side, you do still kind of see the mystical side being made, just not as predominant as it was. They more so took that out. And when you do see it, let's say like the Forbidden Kingdom, going back to Jackie Chan and Jet Li, the Forbidden Kingdom.
But not tiger.
Chow Yun Fat has a tendency to do those movies like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You have movies like House of Flying Daggers, Man with Iron Fists. They are actually referred to as the old school movies because of the way that they're portrayed. Yes, it is martial arts, but when you add that mystical aspect, people see them as old school. You don't even have to base it in a certain genre, a certain era, but it's just that aspect of it. Most people see that as a homage to an old school type of martial arts movie.